We are going back to the granddaddy of all CRPGs, at least in my opinion, and that's Baldur's Gate. The original Dungeons & Dragons CRPG that took the world by storm. We're back in the Enhanced Edition. We're doing a special episode today as part of the new series we've embarked upon with all of these old CRPGs, talking about races and classes and which ones we should choose when we're going through a playthrough, whether you're a new player or a returning player. Some of my favorite combinations of race class combos and beyond. My lists aren't the same as everybody else's lists, but there's some crossover here and there. So without further ado, today's video is going to be all about the races of Baldur's Gate. Now, if you're familiar with the Forgotten Realms setting, then these are probably going to be familiar to you, even if they have a slightly unique take on things, because this is not 5th edition, ladies and gentlemen. This goes way, way, way back to 1st and 2nd edition, essentially. But this is 2nd, but going back to like the games that came before this, like Pools of Radiance and stuff. I mean, we've got computer games, CRPGs, going all the way back to the 1st edition of D&D. So anyway, this is 2nd edition. So if you've never played 2nd edition, you're only familiar with 5th edition, you might be a little confused by some of this. Start with the fact that they actually still call them races instead of whatever else they're calling them these days. I'm not going to care about the picture or anything else right now. It's one of the weird things about Baldur's Gate is they want you to think about the what does your character look like before you even get into creating a character. I don't really care because we're not here to talk about the art, although the artwork is amazing, and we've got new art from the talents at Beamdog. I'm going to go with that, actually. That looks kind of snarky and fun. Today we want to talk about races. What race should I pick if I'm going to be playing Baldur's Gate, the original, the OG? Here we go. Before we get going, though, this is where I get to say, hey, if you like this video, like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. Stick around because we got a lot of other CRPG stuff that we're working on right now, including, as of this recording, I'm doing a new live stream playthrough of Pillars of Eternity 2, Deadfire. So hopefully you'll check that out. More at the end on how you can support. But in the meantime, what's a human in 2nd edition? Well, humans are the predominant race in Faerun. They rule most of the significant empires and kingdoms of the realms. They are the most social and tolerant of the races, excepting perhaps the halflings. Humans may advance as any class and are also the only race that can dual class. Humans may not, however, multi-class. So this is, again, going back to 2nd edition, this is a lot different than 5th edition, so it helps to understand how the races work in this version. Elves tend to be shorter and slimmer than humans, with features that are finely chiseled and delicate, and speak in melodic tones. They are looked upon as being frivolous and aloof, so this kind of goes back to the Tolkien roots of the elves here. Remember how they were described in The Hobbit. They concern themselves with natural beauty, dancing, frolicking, and other similar pursuits, with humor that is clever, as are their songs and poetry. There are 6 racial divisions of elves within the realms: gold elves, moon elves, wild elves, sea elves, dark elves known as the drow, and winged elves known as the Variel. Now, elves as a race have the following traits: 90% resistance against charm and sleep magics, infravision, a +1 THAC0 bonus with bow, short swords, long swords. For those of you not familiar with 2nd edition, that just means a +1 to hit, armor class 0. So it's a +1 to hit with bows, short swords, and long swords. And a 5% bonus to open locks, pickpockets, move silently, and 10% to hide in shadows. +1 dex, -1 con, because back in the day, every race had negatives as well as positives. Helps out bring out realism. Half-elves are a mix of human and elven blood. They are handsome folk with good features from each of their parent races. A half-elf has the curiosity, inventiveness, and ambition of their human ancestors, and the refined senses, love of nature, and artistic tastes of their elven ancestors. They have 30% resist against charm and sleep magics, infravision, and +10 bonus to pickpockets, and 5% to hide in shadows. And of course, you could never, ever have a party without having a dwarf in it. Dwarves are short and stocky, easily identifiable by their size and shape. They have ruddy cheeks, dark eyes, and dark hair, and tend to be dour and taciturn. They are given to hard work and care little for most humor. They enjoy beer, ale, mead, but most of all, they love gold. There are 4 racial divisions of dwarves within the realm: shield dwarves, gold dwarves, wild dwarves, and dwergar. They get a +2 bonus to saving throws versus paralysis, poison, death, rod, staff, wand, and versus spell, with additional bonuses based on constitution. I also have infravision. A plus 10 to open locks, plus 15% to find traps, plus 5 to detect illusion, and plus 10 to set traps. Which makes them pretty decent if you're going to be a trap and lock type of thief, honestly. Plus 1 con, minus 1 dex, minus 2 charisma because they are ugly SOBs, according to most people in the realm. Halflings are short, generally plump people, very much like small humans, with round faces and broad, often quite florid features. Their hair is typically curly, and the tops of their feet are covered with coarse hair. Overall, they prefer the comforts of home to dangerous adventuring, and they enjoy good living, rough humor, and homespun tales. There are 3 racial divisions of halflings within the realms: the Harefoot, the Tall Fellow, and the Stouts. Plus 2 bonuses to saving throws versus paralysis and poison death, rod, staff, wand, and versus spell with additional based on con. Plus 1 to hit with slings, plus 5% to open locks, find trips, pickpockets, plus 10 to move silently, and plus 15% to hide in shadows. Overall, this is one of the reasons why halflings are the #1 option for any type of rogue character, with dwarves following second. Plus 1 dex, minus 1 strength, minus 1 wisdom. Gnomes. Kin to dwarves, gnomes are noticeably smaller than their distant cousins. They proudly maintain they are also less rotund than dwarves. Most have dark tan or brown skin, white hair, and rather large noses. They have lively and sly senses of humor, especially for practical jokes, have a love of nature that is only matched by their love of gems and jewelry, so they share that with their dwarven kin. There are 2 racial divisions of gnomes within the realms: rock gnomes and deep gnomes, also known as Svirfniblin. Plus 2 saves to rod, staff, wand, and spell, with additional bonuses based on con. They also have infravision. Plus 5 open lock, 10% open trap, 5% move silently, 5% hide shadows, 10% detect illusion, 5% set traps, 1 intelligence, minus 1 in wisdom, and of course, half-orcs are born from the union of human and orc parents, as tall as humans but heavier due to their muscular build. Greenish pigmentation, sloping foreheads, jutting jaws, prominent teeth, and coarse body hair make their lineage plain for all to see. In the Sword Coast, half-orcs are tolerated. In the north, however, the local people haven't had centuries of war. Hang on a sec. As unlike in the north. Oh, so in the north, yeah, they hate orcs because of the warfare. But in the south, it's all good. Infravision, plus 1 strength, plus 1 con, minus 2 intelligence. So there you have it, everybody. And when you get down into it, if you pick something like the half-elf as an example, they're not going to worry so much about the sub-races, because it's kind of just given that if you wanted to choose it, you would do so with your artwork. So we'd go in here to your class from there. But we're going to do the classes in the next video. So if you want to know more about the classes in Baldur's Gate 1 and why I think you should play a couple of specific classes in particular through your first playthroughs, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update, because we will be coming back with another Baldur's Gate 1 episode. There's also episodes up for Baldur's Gate 2, Icewind Dale. We're going to be doing Icewind Dale 2. We're also doing Pillars of Eternity, Pillars of Eternity, other games, Dragon Age Origins. We'll get to them all. So subscribe. Don't miss anything. And if you could support, which hopefully you can, don't forget there's memberships here on YouTube, 3 different tiers. There's a Patreon page as well. You can do super chats, super stickers, super thanks. Choose your own amount. Use one of the pre-programmed amounts. All ways are great. Keeps me on the air full time and shows me that you want more of the same. Thanks, everybody. See you next time.